Extra, extra. Read all about it. Taurus, this is all about you. This is your weekly oracle and tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. Yes, this is an energy reading. No, it's not a horoscope. So this is wherever Taurus energy influences your natal chart or your life, including if you're dealing with a Taurus. There's always an extended reading. That link is down below. It's a full tarot card spread that basically extrapolates a lot of details and specifics about the energies we pick up on here. It personalizes the reading, and it includes your romantic reading. So if you're looking for romantic reading from Born Without Boundaries, please do click that link below, Taurus. If you love this video, like this video, subscribe to the channel. It'll help the channel grow. And you'll also be able to ring that bell so that you can get notified when I upload your favorite content. Yes, I do personal readings. That information is in the description box below. I provide recorded readings only. All you have to do is email me at bornwithoutboundaries@gmail.com. And please find me on Instagram at born_without_boundaries. Every single day, Monday through Thursday, I do a reading, a general reading for everybody, just a general daily message. Well, I try. So you can join the fun over there too. My puppy just got back from being spayed, so you may hear some whining in the background. My poor little baby. Taurus, we're going to start with your crowning energy, which is basically the emotions or atmosphere of the reading. And then we'll go to your central energy, which is the breadth and depth and width of the reading. And then the grounding energy is basically your way out of any challenges that you might have. So Taurus. Okay. Virgo. So this is putting your mind and setting your mind to something and knowing what it is that you want, especially when it comes to the future, being able to put your actions to what your mind is already on. So in other words, a lot of us don't have that luxury, or in other words, and a lot of us don't give ourselves that luxury. If we're thinking about something or we love something, we don't give ourselves the luxury of believing that we can actually put it into action. Well, this is you doing that. This is you believing in who you are and what you want, or knowing what you want now well enough to start planting the seeds for the future. So there is some intent and strategy that is underlying your motives this week. There's a sense of knowing what to do and knowing how to do it, believing in yourself and putting that belief to practical use. This is also a sense of, storing things away, like squirreling things away. When a squirrel totem basically means, prepare yourself for the future. You don't want to spend it all now. So there may be a sense of what you're doing now is investing in something for the future. Think Acorn. That's totally not a promotion. But squirreling away from the future, investing in something for the future. You could be buying something, setting up a house. You could be investing in stocks, or really just setting things into motion or setting things into play that will be sort of opened up or reopened, if you will, because we're going through those phases now. Reopen maybe a little bit in the future. There's this energy of 5, 6, 7, that's 3, adds up to 3. It's a harmony. It's really a harmonious energy. I wonder why this is the crowning energy, except that this is just what is really kind of helping you right now, helping you to focus. You do have there is a sense of focus in you right now, knowing what you want and knowing what's important to you. Let's see, be playful. 5 + 1 adds up to the energy of 6, which is love. This could definitely be a sense of you're involved or engaged right now in a circumstance, especially if this is a relationship, of wanting to keep things light. This is Gemini energy, loving the breadth of the relationship or of the opportunities that are in front of you, but not really wanting to go really down deep yet into anything that is underpinning any of those things. This is a sense of maybe communicating with a lot of different people or organizing a lot of people. dating a lot of different people, or trying to just keep things light for now, which implies that there was something going on maybe that was too heavy, a little bit too heavy, and needed to be lightened up a little bit. Be playful is just to remind yourself to enjoy the present moment, Taurus, so that you can take some weight off of yourself. If you're doing this, it's almost like you're working really hard on something. So it's like other things need to be lessened, not slacked off, but lessened. There needs to be a sense of I need the lighter somewhere else, right? So there's a sense of maybe just not trying to go too deep with any one person right now, or with any relationship that you're in right now, because the focus is on work. And then we have sometimes life stings. This is Scorpio energy, and it's really interesting because when I was shuffling your cards, I was going to ask you, are you dealing with a Scorpio? But I didn't say it out loud, but here comes this card. So this is a sense of there was a hurt, there was a sorrow, there was a suffering, a disappointment, or an irritation, some sort of buzz, something that's bothering you. I don't know if you're dealing with a Scorpio, but it almost seems like for right now you're trying to keep things light and not get too deep, but there's a sense of being nagged or being needled backed into a wall a little bit, or something really bothering you, like that you don't, maybe that you're not ready to talk about right now, because it's like being playful, trying to make it go away, trying to almost like laugh it away, like trying to like lighten the mood a little bit in a circumstance that's going on that's really bothering you. There's a lot of wonderful things happening in your life right now. There is a sense of maybe, see, this is selected to be chosen. So you could have just put yourself into something, or like applied for a position, applied for a role, like applied for something, waiting for the answer for it. And knowing how much this opportunity is going to help you, you're just trying to keep your mind off of it by keeping things light right now. But you know, it's funny, when I get these two cards together, I think of the gadfly, Socrates, the gadfly. There's a sense of something is bugging you, and something, because this is your energy directly, Taurus. Something is bugging you, something is pushing you. There is this sense of, God, it's like wanting something badly because you've experienced the opposite side, or you've experienced not having it. And there's this energy of not having it that is pushing you. It won't let you let up. There's a sense of something driving you, and that something being a fear or a sorrow, a sadness. Transformation is beautiful. Spreading your wings and flying. And also 11, so this is awakening. It's almost like knowing what you want after suffering the life that you like of not having it. If that makes any sense. There's a sense of all of it, like a lot of this almost like melancholy feeling of thinking back to a time when you didn't have anything. Trying to go, no. I think that something's really bothering you. I really do. It's not that it's this energy that's really just bugging you. I just want to keep reading the cards. I just want to keep shuffling the cards. Trust in the magic. So 66. I don't know if you're trying to get something off the ground with somebody that you had a past with, a sense of trying to make things right with them, something, or a sense of like trying to get through to them, right? Trying to get through to them, trying to make them see your point of view. or being very melancholy about a time or a moment when you didn't have a lot and not wanting to go back there. So there is almost a sense of desperation in wanting this newness, wanting this freshness, insisting upon this newness and this freshness. This is a new start, a brand new start. This is Aquarius energy, a 66. We have a lot of sixes in this reading, almost too many. Like trying too hard and being too engaged in what you can control, as opposed to trusting and giving spirit a little bit of birth in order to work with you. It's almost like you're putting too much energy into, like, it's almost like this: I have to do everything myself. That's that feeling. That's the feeling. That's the frustrating feeling. If I want money, if I want success, if I want things to go my way, the only one I can depend on is me. And there is a sense of wanting to start over. Wanting a new start or a new beginning. There's a lot of irritation here. I need to know where it's coming from. Now is a lucky time. So this is about multiplying your fortune. Profits doubling, opportunities doubling. It's almost like in some ways, it's not that you're in a bad place. You're in a very good place. This suggests that there's been a lot of success in your life, that you hold a lot of success in your life, but it's shake. There's something about it underneath that there's shaky. It's shaking. It's like I don't want to go back to where I was. I don't want to go back to where we were. We've come so far. We've worked through so much. With these two cards sitting next to each other, this could be a possible conception or birth, coming into the world, having babies, another child coming, which in some ways is abundant and beautiful, but I don't think that you would receive it as such. I think that it would make you nervous for some reason. And it could be because all the responsibilities you've taken on your shoulders, the gravity of that is just catching up to you, because there was such a drive beforehand, Taurus, that you just paid attention to the drive, and the impulse and the drive pushed you forward. But now that you're actually a little bit more sedentary, there is a sense of feeling that weight come on your shoulders in a way that obstructs all the joy you really should be feeling, because there's so much beauty here. And like I said, it could be like right now you're just looking back and remembering harder times and harder days and what drove you, because you're almost scared that if things get too good, you'll lose your drive, and that inevitably will come back into, I'll lose my abundance, because my drive is where my abundance is. You know, my drive is why I have my abundance. You're scared of losing that element. There's a sense of, you don't want to lose, I don't know if it's fear, but there's a sense of pressure here of losing that element that made you successful, or that was working out to begin with. And it could especially if you're dealing with a relationship, a sense of that turning point, going from a place where things were just playful and fun into the place where they get more serious. And there's a sense of feeling that weight come on you. Take a leap of faith. So this is saying, once again, good fortune, wonderful things coming to you. You just have to trust that it's meant to be yours. And I'm going to say this right out, Taurus, not everything is meant to last forever. You know, there's a sense of trusting, doing what's right, doing the right thing, remembering who you are. And I think that that's what it is. It's a moral pressure. You don't want to forget the person that you were. And you're almost feeling right now, it's like, am I too big on myself? Did I get too far away from myself, the self that I was proud of, the self that was small and meek and had to work really hard and planted these seeds? That's the person I love. That's the person I'm proud of. I don't want to get too far away from them. It's like in the more high on the hog or more fortunate things start, you just don't want to get cocky. You're afraid that if you get cocky, you could feel yourself almost teetering, like things are so good right now. I don't want to lose any of it. I don't want to get too cocky and wish it all away. You're not. Gratitude is the current on which abundance flows. So gratitude is the secret to not getting cocky, right? Staying gracious and staying humble, but also welcoming in more abundance. Because gratitude is that secret current that if you tap into it, abundance will continue to flow to you and you will stay humble. This is your grounding energy. This is hard work reaps great rewards. This is a lot of benefits. So whatever you've been working on, whatever you've been setting your mind to, Taurus, or more specifically, what you've set your mind to a while ago, it's all coming out. Now, the honey is only tasted by hardworking bees. So this honey is not something that just sprang from the gods. This is something that you busted your butt for. But there was also a sense of following in your faith. And if you've been having fertility problems, let me just say this right now, there's a major breakthrough coming. Major, because you have White Raven and Rabbit, both my fertility cards as well as new birth. And I think maybe you've done a lot to work very hard, especially if you have children. You've done a lot to give them a better life than you had. Or if you are a child of somebody who's worked very hard, there's a sense of, will I ever be good enough or as good as them? Will I ever be able to achieve and give my kids what they gave to me? That could be a sense too, that little bit of pressure of knowing how good that you have it, but wondering if you have it in you to be able to produce it from nothing the way the generations before you did. And maybe that's the stress and that's the pressure of wondering, would I have been that strong? You know, you can't live up to circumstances that haven't been presented to you. You only have what's in your life. So you react to those circumstances that are presented to you. And this spread shows that you've not only reacted very well, but you've done very well with what you were given. And so there's always that sense, though, of not even not wanting to fall back, just not wanting to forget your roots and where you came from, and doing something to sustain that connection to those things. Hold on. I do apologize ahead of time for the bad angle. I'm kind of limited right now in terms of my video stand, but it's a beautiful spread. It's a beautiful spread. Whatever you have been working on is really abundant, but there is a sense of taking it to a higher level, having it almost have more meaning to you. Maybe even passing on the torch to a next generation to try to incorporate them into the fold so that what you've built doesn't go away after you're gone. But there is a generational pressure here that I'm feeling. Almost like maybe having to hand that torch over to somebody. Now this, in terms of like trusting somebody who comes after you with all that you've created. But there's also a sense of like, can I live up to this? Let me say this to you. Materialistically, everything is really wonderful, but it's almost like you're being challenged to be something other than materialistic. You're being challenged to say, what else is there to me? Like where is my value? If I had to start from scratch again, could I do it all over again? And am I passing on that ethic to the next generations? Or am I just passing on abundance that they've already earned? Type of energy. There's this discomfort with transition here that I feel. Worried if you're making the right choice or the right deal. Worried. Yeah. I got to get into this energy a little bit more. I'm going to go over into tarot, and of course your personal reading will be over there as well, Taurus. But there is this energy that I want to understand, because I can't help but feel a sense of something is bothering you about the abundance that you have right now. And if it's not that you don't feel like you earned it, it's that you may feel like you've lost an important part of yourself because you've earned it. So let's go over into the tarot and delve a little bit deeper into this energy. And of course, yes, your romantic energy is over there as well. Taurus, I'll see you over there.